This is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roland Ardines, to use this as an educational material.
So hi guys, I'm Jason James Odirama and this is my topic, defining the material self. So let's start about what is material self. So material self is a captivating image relating to the materials we possesses, or like materials we have, or what materials we have, like that. And the aspect of self-concept that is shaped by our own possession and how we relate to them. So this means that material self is like what we show to others, like what we have, then they know or they can see what we have. So material self is contained of four categories. So material self, social self, and spiritual self, and pure ego. So pure ego, it means pure ego your ego is so high to others, like your for example you're so rich and you can see poor people, and then you're like your ego is so high than flexing them money or some kinds of they not possess, like for example car or like money, jewelries. So spiritual self is you're so religious in terms of God, you're faithful to God. And also social self is like you're so interactive, like makik-interact ka mga tao. So material self is like material in the term material self. So material is what you have in life or what you possesses in life. For example, you have a car, you school in UCMTC, because other people cannot go to some universities that have a tuition fees. So you possess that one. Then for example you have a car and others don't have a car. So that is about material self. So that's
Material objects and self-description. Headline: How possessions shape our identity. We use material objects to communicate aspects of ourselves to others' status, interest, values. Think of it like a silent language. Our possessions tells a story about who we are, what we value, and what we want the world to see. Examples: clothing choices. A tailored suit might signal professionalism, while a band t-shirt might suggest a love of music. Cars. A luxury car can be a symbol of success, while a practical SUV might indicate a focus on family and adventure. Home decor. A minimalist aesthetic might suggest a focus on simplicity, while collection of travel souvenirs could highlight a passion of exploration. Discussion. How accurate is self-description through material possessions? The accuracy of self-description through material possessions is debatable. While possessions offer glimpses into interests and values, they are limited in capturing the full complexity of a person's personality. They may reflect a curated image rather than a true inner self, and the intention behind acquiring those possessions, conscious communication or unconscious habit, further complicates the interpretation.
Are we defined of what we own? We are not defined by our material belongs alone. To completely discount their significance will be ignorant. Our positions can serve as a window into our individual preferences, passions, and goals. They can enhance our general well-being and be means of self-expression. when we carefully choose and value our belongs according to our true desires. They become extensions of who we are rather than replacement of who we are. If it were totally disclosed, the entirety of our passions most likely will reveal a lot about us. However, the portion we do display is carefully manicured facade of who we wish to appear to be, but in the end, our positions don't define who we are. Beyond material belongs a wide range of influence of who we are. The core of who we are is shaped by our connections, experiences, values, and beliefs. Even if material belongs can help us express some parts of who we are, they should never serve as the exclusive foundation for self-definition.
Position and self-esteem. Material position can influence self-esteem in several ways. On hand, they can provide comfort, convenience, and a sense of achievement. For example, owning a home, a reliable car, or even stylish clothing and can contribute to a feeling of security, pride, and confidence. In some cases, positions serve as tangible evidence of hard work and success, which can enhance self-esteem. However, problems arise when self-worth becomes too closely tied to material things. If people define their value solely by what they own, they may experience fluctuation in self-esteem based on financial ups and downs. The constant pursuit of material wealth can also lead to stress, comparison, and dissatisfaction, as there will always be someone with more.
Lack of position and well-being. Lack of position and well-being are interconnected. While material position can contribute to a sense of security and comfort, they are not the sole determinants of well-being. True well-being encompasses a broader range of factors. While positions can contribute to some aspects of well-being, focusing solely on them can lead to dissatisfaction and a sense of emptiness. True well-being comes from a balanced and holistic approach that values both material and non-material aspects of life. Positions can make daily tasks easier and more efficient, leading to greater productivity. Certain positions can be associated with social status and help individuals feel a sense of belonging within a group.
Economic dimension. The economic impact of the material identity. The influence on the consumerism and advertising on our desire and advertising on customer culture played a major role of the shaping our want, often creating an ongoing argo for more material goods, leading us to buy things we don't really need. The impact economic factor on material positions. Economic factors as income and debt affect and capacity or inquire to maintain material goods. Discussion. How can we become more mindful consumers? By recognizing the economic, we can make more intentional purchasing choices. This individual prioritizing true needs, resisting impulse buy and reflecting on the long-term impact on our spending or both financial health and environment.
Consumerism and society. So, consumerism is a force which shapes our modern society and influencing economic cultures and involved behaviors which can drive economic growth by stimulating production, employment, and innovation while fostering market competition. However, it also contributes to financial instability as people increasingly rely on credit and loans which can result on later trouble in society. So, socially, consumers influences our identity and status with advertising by shaping desires and shifting traditional values towards our material wealth. So, environmentally, it leads to resource depletion and waste and pollution, prompting movements towards sustainability and ethical consumption. So, psychological, psychological consumers cul- culture fosters instant gratification and impulsive buying, sometimes resulting in stress, anxiety, and which cause and dissatisfied consumers. So in response, movements like minimalism and anti-consumerism promotes experience over possessions, which can additionally ethical concerns arises exp- from uh, ethical labor practices and corporate influence on policies and sparking activism and resistance. While consumerism offers economic benefits, but its impact on sustainability, ethics, and mental well-being calls for a balanced approach that encourages responsible, responsive, and mindful consumption.
Rethinking our relationship with possessions involves adopting a more mindful and intentional approach to consumption and materialisms. It means recognizing that happiness and fulfillment do not necessarily come from accumulating more stuff, but rather from experiences, relationships, and professional growth. By letting go of the need of constant consumption and material possessions, we can cultivate a sense of freedom, gratitude, and contentment. This this shift in perspective can also lead to a more sustainable lifestyle as we reduce our waste, consumption less, and focus on what truly adds value to our lives. For example, Sarah, a busy professional, used to spend a lot of money on trending clothing and accessories. However, a year of accumulating debt and feeling unfulfilled, she decided to adopt a minimalist approach to fashion. She started by Palugog Catwoods. She started by decluttering her closet, donating unwanted items, and investing a few high-quality, timeless pieces. As a result, Sarah reduced her spending, felt more confident and stylish, and had more time and energy to focus on her passion, and relationships. That's all. Thank you.
The relationship between self and material possessions is undeniably complex, a nonce interplay of identity, aspiration, and societal influence. While possessions can offer comfort, security, and a means of self expression, An over-reliance on them can lead to dissatisfaction and a diminished sense of self-worth. Ultimately, our healthy relationship with material goods involves mindful consumption, recognizing their role as tools for self-expression rather than defining aspects of our identity. Finding a balance between appreciating the value of possessions and prioritizing intrinsic values foster a more authentic and fulfilling sense of self.